Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCross. Another very beautiful Tuesday morning, and once again, we are back with our predictions as usual. We always look at football games that are happening across the globe, and we select a few of these matches and look into them. Using the results that these teams have had in recent times. We always come up with the best possible value for each of these matches that are happening across the globe. That's what we do on the televises. And yesterday was quite a very good day for us. We won 3 games out of the past 4 games that we put out there. Our VIP special team, we won all the games there. All right, there. I always advise that you join our VIP so that you don't miss out. On some of these games that we put out there that we believe to be having that higher probability of coming out correctly. Do endeavor to join. You can always find a link in the description of this video, and anywhere you see join around this very video can always take you to our VIP special group. Right, we'll put out those wonderful perks, so don't miss out. Okay, and in a short while, we'll be looking at the matches one after the other, right? But I want to ask those of us, if you're not subscribed to the channel, take our time to subscribe so that you don't miss out on anything that's happening here. So we head to without further ado, we head to the business of today, and the first game for us today will be a game in the UEFA Champions League qualifying match, where we'll have between Rangers Football Club of Scotland coming up against Club Brugge of Belgium, and it's actually a very tough one. And when you look at the stats for Rangers, we've seen in the last 6 games they've been able to win 2 matches and they've drawn 3. They've also lost 1. And Club Brugge, on the other hand, have won 5 games and lost 1. All right, and when you take a look at how the season's fared in recent times, all right, you can see from home, Rangers have actually done very well from home. They've actually won 5 matches from home and 5 draws. They've not lost a single match in the last 10 home matches. All right, while Club Brugge, on the other hand, have managed to achieve 7 victories from away, as well as 2 draws and 1 single loss in the last 10 away games that they had so far. But when we put all the stats together, the last time they met was in club friendly, and it was a 2-2 draw on that very occasion. We could see that Rangers always does very well from home. 9 times out of 10 they have scored from home. And in this very one, we are hoping the home side Rangers to do very well here. So we are going with the home side to either win or draw. That's our value for that very one. Home win or draw. That's what we expect. Okay. And it takes us to the next game for today. It is a game in the Egyptian Premier League where we have Al Masry will be facing Pyramid FC of Egypt. When you look at the recent matches, Al Masry have won 4 games out of the last 6 matches that they had. They've also had a draw as well as 1 loss. Pyramid FC, on the other hand, have won 3 games and drawn 3. They've not lost a single match in the last 6 games. All right. When you look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you could see that Al Masry, the home side, playing from home, have actually won 5 games. Have had 4 draws as well as 1 loss. And the away side, Pyramid, on the other hand, also have had 4 victories as well as 4 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 10 away matches that they had so far. The last away game they had was against Degla. They played out a 0-0 draw on that very occasion, but they'll be looking to do well, in this very one. And on head-to-head basis between the two sides, it was a 0-0 score line in the last meeting between the two sides, which happened the March of this very year. But currently also Al Masry beating Pyramid FC. But we know that Pyramid FC are the league champions at the moment, and they're actually in a good form. So we'll be looking to expect the away side to not lose out rightly here. So we are going with the away side either winning or drawing, but we're going to see on the 4.5. So I will win or draw, and on the 4, that's what we go for, right? And yeah, we get to the next for today. It is a game in the Poland League One where we have a mid Legnica will be facing LKS Lords. All right, and when you take a look at stats for each of these sides, you can see that Legnica, the home side, have won just 1 game and a draw. All right, while Lords, their away side, have managed 3 victories and a draw. They've also lost 2 matches. Okay, the home side have lost 4 out of the last 6 games that they had. All right, when you take a look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, all right, and from home and away basis, made Legnica have actually been able to achieve 6 victories out of the last 10 home matches. They've also had 1 draw as well as 3 losses out of the last 10 home games. Okay, and the away side, LKS Lords have won 4 matches and 3 draws. They've also lost the 3 matches in the last 10 away matches. Okay, and on head-to-head basis, it was Legnica at home side have actually dominated between these 2 meetings. Winning the last 3 meetings between the two sides. I've always seen Legnica winning. Be it for home or away. All right, and okay, when we put all this together, knowing that out of the last 8 meetings between the two sides, it was Legnica who won 7 times, and Lords managed to win just 1 out of 8 in the last meeting between the two sides. So we are going with the home side, Legnica, to not lose out rightly here. So we do expect to see that home side either winning or drawing. That's what we expect for this very one. Home win or draw, that's what we've it. Okay, and it takes us to the next game for today. It is a game in the Swedish Cup called the Svenska Cup, where we'll have Eskilstuna coming up against Vega boys. Okay, for the home side, Eskilstuna, they've won 2 matches, they've had 2 draws, they've also lost 2 games out of the last 6 matches. And the way side, Vega boys have won 2 matches and a draw. They've also lost 3 games in the last, recent 6 games that they had so far. All right. When you look at how the two teams have fared from home and away basis, you could see that the home side, Eskilstuna, is a side who have actually had 3 victories and 4 draws out of the last 10 home matches. They've also lost 3 games out of those. Not the best side, even though the recent time we've seen them winning last 2 home games that they had so far. And when you look at Vega Boys, their away side, they've won 4 matches from away. They've also had 2 draws as well as 4 losses. This is a side, Vega Boys, who is actually in Super 10, which is actually the second division of Sweden, while the home side is actually in probably 10 fourth division of Sweden. They're actually in Swedish Division 1 South, so they're not equal team. Even though the last time both teams met was actually in the club friendly, which happened in March of this very year. We saw them playing out a 1-all draw on that very occasion. Even prior to that, we had a 1-all draw, in a couple match where they played each other. But here we're going with the away side, who has been in the better league, second division of Sweden, coming up against a side who is actually in the lower division. So we go expect they have away side Vega boys to do well here. So we will be going with the away side winning in this very encounter. So it is a away side to win outrightly. That's what for that very one. And that will conclude it for us today on Betfair. We wish you the very best of luck and hope you to get cool screen. Remember to play responsibly, as these are football matches. Sometimes may not be exactly what it presents. Remember the other games that we have for you will be on our VIP special group. We'll put out games that, once again, we believe to be more having that likelihood of coming out correctly. Don't forget to join. A link in the description can always lead you to our group, and as well as anyway, you see join channel membership around this very video. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll definitely be back with our predictions on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until that time, keep winning.